Okay, so that is what we're looking for when you're writing your screenplay. Now, this next video shows you how to use Celtx. But before we do that, what I want to do is go over to when you created your Celtx account. So when you log back in using your MEVSD email account, you might get this screen. In fact, every time you log in, you might get this screen because they want to sell you their service. Look at the bottom here. It's in very small print. It says, no thanks, I'll continue on with the limited free plan. That's what you want. So don't get hung up. Don't send me an email saying, hey, I got to pay for this service. You don't. Go to the bottom of the screen here. No thanks, I'll continue on with the limited free plan. Click on that. And this is the screen that you probably saw when you first created your account. So what you're going to do is we want to create something for film and TV. So we're going to click that. Project name. Give your project a name. I will call mine, this is a test. And I'm going to create the project. Okay, so we're only going to concern ourselves with the screenplay here. We're not going to worry about these index cards, storyboarding, anything else. Right now we're just focusing on the screenplay. So we're going to click on that. Now the screen that you'll see next is the actual working document of your screenplay. Remember back when I said every scene begins with the scene heading? Well, you're going to see that. Where am I? Here. Here, this is the scene heading. So again, we begin with interior or exterior. I'll say interior. I'm going to say home day. Okay. You can see up here that this is formatting the scene heading. If you click this drop-down box, it will give you everything else that you need. So there's scene heading, there's the action, there's the character, there's the dialogue, and the parenthetical. Those are the 5 that we're dealing with. Don't worry about act, don't worry about transition, shot, or text. Just these 5 here. So there's our scene heading. When I hit enter, it automatically goes to action because it knows that at the beginning of every scene heading, there is an action sequence. So we're going to say, Bob, a bored high school student, is looking out the window. He remembers what it was like prior to being quarantined. I may have misspelled that. I did misspell that. See if it'll help me. Oh, it does. Double click or right click that and it'll fix it for you. Nice. Okay, so we know we have introduced our character Bob. He's a bored high school student looking out the window, thinking back to what it was like before he was quarantined to his house. I'm totally making this up as I go. So there's the action line. Now, the next thing we want, if we go back to our slideshow, is we have a character name. So we go here, into character. It's going to indent that for me. And my character's name is Bob. If you notice, it's in capital letters. Every time you write the character name, it's always going to be in caps, and it's always going to be indented like that. You don't have to indent it. This program formats it properly for you. So when I hit enter, it thinks I want to go right to dialogue. But I think I'm going to add in a parenthetical statement there. He sighs heavily. And now we'll go to dialogue. Okay. Mom. We'll go to another action line. Mom. Now, if you notice, every time a character is first introduced in a script, it's their name is written in all caps. Every time a character's name is listed prior to their dialogue, it's also in caps. Mom, a middle-aged, woman peeks around the corner. She is holding a baby in one arm and a frying pan in the other. She looks flustered. All right, so what is Mom going to say? Mom? What? I'm writing that in all caps because she is flustered. Now Bob. Because we've already put Bob in as a character, it remembers that, and so you don't have to type it again. Nothing, just bored. Mom. Well, how about cleaning your room? Oops. Bob says done. Mom. What about taking out the garbage? Bob. Done. Mom. What about? And we have Bob interrupt Mom. Well, with the parenthetical. Interrupts. Done. So there you see just the beginning of a scene. We have our scene heading, interior home day. We have an action line here that gives the reader an understanding of the environment of the story. We have our character, we have the parenthetical, we have the dialogue. Another action, introducing Mom, giving the audience a little insight as to what's going on with her. Holding the baby one arm, frying pan in the other, looking flustered. Bob is bored, Mom's trying to give him something to do. So again, I just made this up off the top of my head, but this is how the screenplay is formatted. Good thing about this program, it does auto-save, so you don't have to worry about saving that. So what you're going to do, and again, you'll have a couple days to do this, is going back to exercise 4, the story outline that you wrote already, and I've already graded, so good job on those. You're going to write a screenplay based on that story. Now, some of you, the stories that you wrote are pretty involved, and if you wrote it out in a screenplay format, it would probably be 15 to 20 pages at least. If you want to pare down your story, if you want to make some changes to it to make it a little bit simpler, that's totally fine, as long as you keep the spirit of the original story. I'm totally fine with that. If you want to go in a totally different direction, just send me an email, send me your new idea, and I'll read that and approve that for you. Okay, so that's how you use the program. Back to the slideshow. So this video goes through that. What I just showed you, this video will also show you how to use that program. Okay, so here is the assignment. You're going to write a script based on that 3-act story from exercise 4. You're going to submit your script in a PDF format and submit that in Unified Classroom. So I'll show you how to do that. So here's the script that we wrote. I did mention before that you may want to pare down your story to make a short screenplay out of it. It still needs to have 3 acts, and you could have 3 different scenes in your script, because you do need a minimum of 3 different scenes. Something though I do want to show you though is every time you move to a new location, a new setting, you need a new scene heading. So for example, if we go to interior bedroom day, Bob goes to his room totally bored. He looks for his Nintendo Switch. Okay, so we've changed scenes because we've changed locations. We started in home, Could be family room, could be dining room, whatever. Now we move to the bedroom for the next scene, where Bob goes because he's bored, he's looking for his Nintendo Switch. So you might have more than 3 scenes if you're changing locations. Just going to keep that in mind. So here's again the exercise. So what you're going to do is write the script and submit the PDF format. The way you do that is you do not share. Do not hit the share button. That is if you're sharing with, say, a co-writer, so you're co-writing it, you're going to share that with somebody. What you're going to do is go to File, Print, Download PDF. There's my script, and you're going to hit Download. And there you can see it's downloading as a PDF. And I have that written out here. In Celtx, click File, then Print, Download PDF, then Download, which is what I just did. So in minimum requirements, each scene must contain a scene heading, action lines, characters, dialogue, and at least one parenthetical phrase. I showed you how to do each of those. And again, a minimum of 3 scenes. And like I just showed you, every time you change locations, you must create a new scene. All right. Since this is a 2-day project, and also you're not going to get it right the first time, and I get that. This is a lot of information for you to remember, and you're going to make mistakes, and that's totally okay. What you're going to submit will be an actual draft of your screenplay. I'll go through it. I'll make corrections. I'll make comments, and then you'll have a chance to rewrite that. So this is due again Tuesday. So you have 2 days to do this. Again, this is a first draft. We'll move on to doing other exercises, learning different camera techniques, lighting techniques, things like that. And then we'll go back and create a second draft of your script. So again, you don't have to get it perfect. You're going to make mistakes. I totally understand that. But submit that following this video the best you can. You may have to watch it a second time. Again, you have this video to help you out. You have all these slides to show you what to do, and also this video here. So a lot of resources here. So do your best. Go ahead and submit that. And I look forward to reading your first draft of your fantastic script.